Fake written all over you, hate written all over you, hate written all over, fake written all over you, hate written all over you, fake written all over you, hate written all over you.
Smiling faces, sometimes pretend to be your friend. Smiling faces, show no traces of the evil that lurks within.
Fake written all over you, hater written all over you, fake written all over you, yeah. I've been in the cold, cuffing my toes, but I still stuck to the code. Money won't fold, pockets won't hold enough. Taking my Poland out, effing in and out. Take me anywhere, I'm taking over the trap. I see the real pill,
what's up,
with
man?
Cartier.
What's up?
Popping the real pill, higher than Beverly Hills. I got too much pill, I give a bitch chills. Took all the small bills, make all the whole strip.
Boy Jack, what's up,
You
bro?
need a weed fill, I get it back on sale. Came from the east side, shooters on detail. Go purchase a new Chanel, I need a refill. Strikers in trap house, riding a V12. I peep the mood, dog, I peep the intel. Get it trippin', all you gon' see shells. If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gon' shoot. We don't trust you niggas, we don't.
I don't trust no motherfucking body.
We don't trust you niggas, we don't. We don't trust you. We don't trust you niggas, we don't. We don't trust you niggas, we don't.
Smiling faces,
We don't
show
trust you
no
niggas,
traces
we don't.
of the evil that
We don't
lurks
trust
within.
you. You a nigga #1 fan, dawg. Sneak dissing, I don't understand, dawg. Pillow talking, acting like a fed, dawg. I don't need another fake friend, dawg. Can't be bout a hoe, cause I'm sharing, dawg. And your feelings, nigga, while you paying, dawg. Give her back shots while she laying down. Keep the clock cock on trust hole. Top shotter going for the gusto. Like a real dog, got a mud hole. Get the Lord, you a John Doe. Bubba like beans on a hoe. Rapping so pretend you a hoe. 9-figure nigga, tag a toe. Ain't no tapping in, better blow. Charted popping pills, but he blessed. Flex a couple M's on my chest. Ain't no sabotaging, little finesse. We was in the field placing bets. Still getting chills in my flesh. Taking karma, turning to success. Thoroughbred Pluto, nothing less. 20 drivers parked at the jet. Whipped the fountain to the project. Death before this on a no confess. We don't trust you niggas, we don't.
Smiling faces,
We don't trust you niggas, we don't.
pretend to be
We don't
your
trust
friend.
you. We don't trust you, no, no, no. We don't trust you, no, 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 no. We don't trust you, no, no, no. We don't trust you, no, 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 no. We don't trust you, no, no, no.
Trust is a motherfucker.
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. If young Metro don't trust you, if young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Hate written all over you, fake written all over you. Seen it all, hate written all over you. Done it all. You don't trust these niggas. Word to my nigga P. Blow these bitches back out, rocking these platinum chains. She give it to a thorough nigga, that's my claim to fame. Chanel bodysuit, when it rain, diamonds galore. Get chauffeured under the stars, you can forget how you was living before. She keep it P with a player, so she never at me. I'm getting my young, got my lawyer hoes, can't attack me. Little niggas run you down with a gun like he in a trap meet. Sent through a cleaning crew, they pressing with that iron. Look a nigga in the eye, see if you gon' cross. Coco #5, bitch eating up a boss. Keep my bitch close, but I keep the goons close. Damn Perrier bottle waist and bubbly on the floor. Came up from the block selling a rawest coat. You might OD off this shit, nigga, ain't never enough. Richard Mill cost a house, it ain't never enough. $700 on a truck, the seats brazen. Me and my brothers, we putting freaks in rotation. Sometimes they move on, they still can't replace it. I lose a stone to get replaced the same day. From trapping out my granny house to rapping on the stage. I want it all, I know these streets gon' have to feed me. These hoes snout them, let them hit it off the whole key. Got rich in this shit, got a clip hole of 50. You tryna keep up with me, gon' be OV. I cook that white girl uncut, you might OD. Drop 36 in a pirate, stay low key. Put a nigga on suicide watch, they try to play me. Spend $1 million on a watch, chasing a big B. Talking hip hop, I'm talking about drugs. Live like a shot till I bring fire to the club. Looking up to mobsters as kids, that was us. Teflon, put up, I'm not the nigga you can touch. Me and my brothers, we putting freaks in rotation. Sometimes they move on, they still can't replace. I lose a stone to get replaced the same day. From trapping out my granny house to rapping on the stage. I want it all, I know these streets gon' have to feed me. These hoes down, I'm letting them hit it off the whole key. Got rich in this shit, got a clip hole of 50. You tryna keep up with me, gon' be OV.
I been out late night creeping, shot slide on bitches. Posted up with the militia. Niggas ain't switching, mine on missions. Mine on pussy and millions, mine on pussy and millions. I'm tryna call a sex symbol to eat my kids up. They say more money, more problems. Bring on the problems, bring on the problems, bring on the motherfucking problems. They say more money, more problems. Bring on the problems. Bring on the problems. Bring on the motherfucking problems, ayy. Braid it up in my Suizo. Hit them, then I get amnesia. Life ain't getting any easier. Flacosita. I know that I'm not in love. She don't love me either. It's just hard to find a love that she keep on getting deeper. Who said it's cheaper to keep her? I'd rather release her body and give it away like a feature. You know the procedure. Niggas is pre in the guy, so we stay with the sweeper. I'm rapping 4L in my 20s, so treacherous. Introduce y'all to the leader.
Come to me with all the smoke. I like the money for sure, but I love the hustle the most. She pretty, she show out for toes. And my patties, they came with a pole. Know this money bring envy and jealousy. I'm like, fuck it, I want me some more. Hit it from the back, she bent up. Playing with the money, get spent up. Chains on my neck, no Kenta. You the type of girl I pay rent for. Suck it in the car, that's what the tent for. Bought me a plane, not a Sprinter. $250,000 on a dental. She say I'm a stepper, but gentle.
I been out late night creeping, shot slide on bitches. Posted up with the militia. Niggas ain't switching, mine on missions. Mine on pussy and millions, mine on pussy and millions. I'm tryna call a sex symbol to eat my kids up. They say more money, more problems. Bring on the problems, bring on the problems, bring on the motherfucking problems. They say more money, more problems. Bring on the problems, bring on the problems, bring on the motherfucking.
Only sign in the game, we the new Lucian Grange, bring on the rings. A MJ thing, I'm talking a Brady thing. I'm off of the juice, never Conseco the mix. Rockin' the braids, not a twist. For Puffy can comb, not acting like Christians in here, but Christian Dior in their homes. The bigger we get, gotta thank God for this. I got a lot that I give, I be handing out gifts like the Christmas on 25th. Out in the 20s, inside of the 20-inch set. I would buy the jet before I could afford the shit. Now I got the jet building the landing strip. In the back of the crib, I record the hits. In the front of the crib, they valet the whips. Breaking the records, more money, more problems that come with the status. Running through customs when you run that Alice. I got a custom the fastest. I'm talking about fabrics, I'm talking about mattress. I never sleep, though I sleep with a baddie. I'm moving deep cause that's just how it's happening. If you come out, just be ready for action. Just needed some time, was set on my time. Now they see the signs. You didn't leave me solo right here all alone. You held it down for me right on my own. Yeah, nigga, get it, just try to get home. I got a Rolodex all in my phone and it's still. I've been out late night creeping, tryna slide on bitches. Posted outside with militia. Niggas ain't switching, mine on mission. Mine on pussy and billions, mine on pussy and billions. You know I got a sex but I eat my kids up.
They say more money, more problems. Bring on the problems, bring on the problems, bring on the motherfucking problems. They say more money, more problems. Bring on the problems, bring on the problems, bring on the motherfucking.
Tell me is you still love? It's 5 a.m. and I'm drunk right now. Tell me can we still fuck? 1-on-1, I'm in the zone right now. Tell me am I still? Telling you just how I feel right now. You say it's just the drugs, and I know I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I lied to way before I had you right in some rooms. Then again, I can be drunk. Baby, I don't wanna sound righteous. I got 20 bitches sucking like bisons. I just any, mini, money, roll a dice since I picked She ain't even really my type in out here. She been losing herself to the night shift. She been losing herself and I get it. Oh girl, yeah, I get it. Yeah, and you been fighting for your shot and you been searching for your spot. Girl, I fit it. Yeah, girl, I fit it. Yeah. Oh, you think you got your groove? Or you want someone like you? Tell me, is you still up? It's 5 a.m. and I'm drunk right now. Tell me, can we still fuck? 101, I'm in the zone right now. Tell me, am I still? Telling you just how I feel right now. You say it's just the drugs, and I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I lied to way before I had you right in some rooms. Then again, I can be drunk. Yeah. I know, mommy, I know. It's 2 a.m., no stress. At 3, that bullshit kick in. And 30, you feel you best. I turn my whole spot to crucial. It's crucial the way I left. Upstairs is like a little bit just be the best. I'm looking at her, rehearse on it, turning to you. Now you starting to fuck up my mind. Is it you, is it her? We probably trapped to the birds. F29 is my address in case you ain't heard. It's flooding upstairs, it's a leak. I don't make it squeak, make it squeak. I make this shit beat. Bon appetit when I feast. Slipping and slide through the streets. It takes a finesse, especially in this cabaret Jeep. Engine make it hard to creep. Just leave the gate open. Through the side door, I'm a creep. Are you by the Terrell? And all the kids downstairs asleep. And are you obsessed by yourself? A minute from there, is there some room for me? Baby, do tell, do tell. Tell me, is you still up? It's 5 a.m. and I'm drunk right now. Tell me, can we still fuck? 101, I'm in the zone right now. Tell me, am I still? Telling you just how I feel right now. You say it's just the drugs, and I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I lied to way before I had you right in some rooms. But then again, I can be drunk.
Damn, Ty, you made this bitch too? What got into you?
If I had $1 for every time these niggas hate, I'd be rich like Jen, yeah. I got rich with Babyface. We came up just make a play. And I feel just like Beyonce. Niggas love to say my name. I can't back down front of no nigga. I bring more smoke to Taylor gang. I'm the GOAT. Dunk in front of free throw. Fade away, whipping dough. Make it big shine. You can't say it ain't. I know if I wasn't that great, they wouldn't even be doing shade. Say that shit come with the game. Nigga, I ain't never been no gang. I don't even wanna conversate, nigga, lie right to my face. Yeah, I probably under the jail, they know how much crime I did today. Damn, cry, baby V's, using honeys, wipe it away. I don't got change for 20, nigga, 20 ain't nothing but change. You hear what I'm saying? I'm tired of giving niggas game. I'm shopping, copping, Melly boy, I got this down in MIA. This little bitch will get a house to bang, I met her in LA. I got blood, some bombs and crisps on slides and gon' make sure I'm safe. Thought he breaking glory gang, slimy, I should be ashamed. He done dropped 100 tapes, made no noise like Pootie Tank. Baby, my heart so icy, I'm like Shiesty, I'm like Gucci, man. I'm down to a 4 a day, dirty water, Louis Ray. These stupid ass niggas must be freebasing. Young nigga, I was middle school, hoes, carrot A. Fast forward a nigga, death day.
Chat, what's up, man? What's going on? What's going on? What's up?
Bitch, I'm just a Timberlake. Fuck nigga, throwing salt, but I ain't never killed the play. Daydream.
What's up, man?
In the refrigerator, dog living with a bro heart. Heard I hit a man. Get off my dick, little bitch.
Good chat, I'm gonna get my coffee real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. 2 seconds, yo, 2 seconds. Alright. 2 seconds, yo. I'll be back. I'm gonna get my coffee. EQ a song for before I'm brown.
get on my little bit, get on my dick. Yeah, I might be OG shit. I might be OG shit. I had a rich like shit. Gang, get on my dick, little nigga, get on my dick. Hating ass niggas. I don't even know what the fuck going on, man. I'm like Justin Timberlake compared to y'all little ass niggas, man.
Alright, y'all. Give me like 2 seconds, chat.
Racks on stuck together. Racks on racks stuck together. Sip red talk to the devil. Racks on racks stuck together. Sip red talk to the devil. Rosetta Stones forever. High yellow, canary yellow. Hot chocolate Cinderella. Trap off a trap trailer. Blue paper stuck together. Bad bitch can fuck my bezel. Strapped up with heavy metal. Sip lean talk to the devil. High ticks stay confidential. AP or presidential. Never go against the ghetto. Stay true, got hoes in Belgium. New bitch, new car is levels. I piss codeine on peasants. Free band, you got it, let's get it. Get a check, then flip it in the trenches. And the jets pulling up in the Bentley. Caught a year with buff, stay vintage. Pour AC, the rings on glisten. Real ice, make a bad bitch listen. Racks on racks stuck together. Sit red talk to the devil. Rosetta Stones forever. High yellow, canary yellow. Hot chocolate Cinderella. Trap off a tractor trailer. Blue paper stuck together. Bad bitch gon' fuck my bezel.
You know it's high price lows. 2 M's that's on the pedal. This bitch make that bitch jealous. This cup ain't never fellas. My J's they match your melon. You know it ain't no telling. Rather go duck a felon. The bankroll tuck for bellin'. Blew out what I'm inhaling. This gas broke out propelling. Back to back like a train. Think twice trying to derail us. Big game like the Goodfellas. Took our propane propellers. She like go watch go chain. African Cinderella. Mix her in my vanilla. You can find us wherever. Dug in all types of weather. In space looking for better.
Hey, yo, my bad, chat. I'm back. Oh man. Hold on. Turn my camera on. My bad, bro. I got my coffee. Go up Discord. Alright. Here's my Zoom. Let's go. Yo, chat, what's up, man? What's up? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to a brand new week. No stream yesterday, chat. I had to dip off quite early yesterday. I still got to dip off early today, but not as early. So I'll be here until at least like I would say 9:30 minimum. But yeah, man, I have like a couple showings I gotta go to. Hopefully, the goal is to close it for my birthday because I'm trying to, you know, settle in and stuff. But I don't think it's gonna be possible. My birthday's tomorrow, so definitely won't be possible. But hopefully we can close just so we have that. New background, chat, coming soon, coming soon. Share your screen? Yes, sir. Hold on. Give me a second, man. Yo, thanks for the 3 months raise. Lock in. Yo, thanks for the 1 month Nixie FX. Appreciate that. All right, man. Where's my screen? This the one? So you guys like wide lens better or close lens? Honestly, I fuck with the wide lens, but I don't know, the wide lens, the background's kind of whatever, you know? Nothing to really show in the background. Welcome back. What's up, man? Chat, what's up? How you guys doing today? Yo, lots of shit we gotta talk about, chat. I don't even know where to start. A lot of stuff we gotta talk about this week. But we gotta do the analysis first, obviously, right? I think you have news today if I'm not wrong, but yo, thanks, Jack. You're getting too old now, bro, for real. 24 years old or turning 24. It's hitting me. It's hitting me like real fast. So getting there, man. Getting there. I was just 20, chat. When we first started streaming, I was 19. Now we're 25 or 24. At this point, I'm pushing 30. Might as well say 50. You round up to 50. It's life hits you quick, bro. For sure. All right, yo. Chat, we have so much to talk about. Gotta talk about Friday. Gotta talk about the PAM. And I think it's something else gotta talk about. Oh yeah, story time. Story time. No, story time I can't talk about until I make a video of it, so that won't be there. But yeah, lots of shit we gotta talk about. Bro, I haven't talked to you guys in like 4 days, so yeah, man. Let's get into it, chat. Let's get into the Zoom, or let me send the Zoom, and then let's get into the analysis, and then we'll get to the talking stuff. Yeah, February was a something month, man, for sure. Okay, so let me just copy paste this. I think it's already pasted. I miss you guys though, bro. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. In 4 days. You good? No, I'm good. Am I safe? Yeah, I'm safe. But no, I'm good. Hold on. Where's my... Oh, there it is. All right, let me just... Loud, bro. All right. Up a little bar. All right, Zoom. You guys good? Zoom's in. All working. All right, cool. So let's do the analysis first, chat. I gotta get that out of the way first, all right? Because you have I think you have news today, if I'm not wrong. Tuesday today. Wait, no, you don't have news. Oh, nice. You don't have news today. So no news yesterday. No news today. Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow's the day we have a shit ton of folders. Wow, you have CPI tomorrow, core CPI, Canadian interest rates, FOMC meeting minutes. Yeah, but you have a shit ton of folders tomorrow. Wow. And then Thursday you have unemployment claims, and then Friday you got UOM consumer sentiment. So you have a lot going on here for sure. And then I think that's it for the rest of the month. Should be, I'll figure out next week. But yeah, man, chat, I guess let's get into gold real quick. So it's been a while since we broke down gold on stream, or even in the Discord, I'll say, but nothing's new with gold, you know? It's just been continuing to push, making new all-time highs, as you guys may see. And it looks like it's not, I wouldn't say stopping anytime soon, but it doesn't show signs of it slowing down anytime soon. It's still continuing to push as we speak. It's been back-to-back weeks of us just constantly pushing, right? Since March 1st, I think it was, right? March 1st till now, nothing has really pulled back for the most part. Like for almost every week's candle, you kind of close with no top wick as well. Like the monthly close of no top wick last month, the weekly close of no top wick, right? Like you can kind of see, like the only times where you had a bearish closure was maybe like on the 24th of March that week, and then the week after you pushed up, pull back, right? But then this thing continued to hold that level and just continue to pop, and then you close above the range, no top wick, didn't create a bottom wick, close above again, no top wick, and now it's this week is continuing to push as well. So it's gonna be interesting how you kind of finish off for the weekly. But it's not like safe to say that we're slowing down just yet, because there hasn't been any signs. There hasn't been a bearish kind of closure on the weekly. Well, I guess we'll see that in a month what happens here, but still a couple of things that we could consider though. Like for instance, the monthly chat, you have like no top wick on the previous monthly high, right? So in this case here, you have to consider the fact that when you have no top wick, the probability of you continue to drive up is a lot lower than if you were to have a wick, right? So for instance, a wick, what that indicates a range. So when you don't have a wick, there's no range. There's this price closing at resistance basically. So with the monthly close of no top wick last month, right? Any given point, this candle could close bearish. Like, yes, I understand price is heavily bullish, but you gotta keep into consideration that any given point, this thing could literally just flip bearish though. It can literally close or flip bearish. Because I'll say 80% of the time, or I'll say not 80, maybe like 70% of the time, you would likely see price, the candles with no top wicks at least, you'll see it end up closing bearish. Like it might continue to pop like it is right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if it were to close bearish, right? That's not what I'm expecting, but probably does indicate that it's a lot lower than if it were to have a wick. If price had a wick for the monthly like this, then you would say, okay, cool, 85% chance you have to continue driving up, right? But with the way we're closing right now, it just drops down to, like I'll say, a 50-50 of us continuing to close above this month bullish or flipping bearish with the no top wick indication. So just keep that in mind. It really comes down to a smaller time frame too, because the smaller time frame, like the weekly, the daily, right? Those time frames would kind of form you the structure before you see it on the monthly, obviously. So as like the daily closes bearish, it leads to the weekly might lead to the weekly closing bearish back into the ranges, right? Which then could lead to like the monthly flipping bearish. So just stuff like that, but you'll be able to see it. Obviously right now we're nowhere near doing stuff like that, so I wouldn't stress about you guys yet. We're still heavily bullish, but you know, like as the daily starts to flip bearish and the weekly starts to flip bearish like this, like and you start to flip and re-break the lows, you can assume that okay, the monthly might continue to push down, right? But again, we're really far away from that right now. Right now we're basically at all-time highs. What is this, like 100 pips away from all-time highs, so it's nowhere near. The daily candle today, the weekly candle today, if you guys take a look at it, you open up the weekly at the bottom wick on Monday or Sunday, and then yesterday pushed up pretty nicely. Or no, not yesterday, was it? Yeah, it was yesterday. It was like late NY session yesterday until Asian session, and then London continued to push as well. You came up, create a new high after no previous weekly top wick. The daily, if you take a look at it, you're bullish as well. The daily is leaving wicks, so that's a good thing, I'll say. Like you have like some decent structure here being formed. Like you had this right here at one given point. This right here actually came all the way down, created a bottom wick. I really anticipated a bottom wick, as you guys may know. I anticipate this bottom wick to be a little further down, like maybe like down towards like these levels to the left here before continuing to pop up further. But that was it right there. And then all of a sudden, you kind of just made your way up like this on the daily to close above the range, right? And then that was it. You had no top wick. So the next candle, what it did was it came down, created a bottom wick first, and then as it started to flip bullish, then you just continue to pop, right? And then that's how you close yesterday. You close bullish as well yesterday, leaving a wick. You fill the wick today. So it's gonna be a little more difficult to, I would say, like target price as to where it'll tap next. You can put like any psychological level you want, but it's gonna be a little tough because you don't have any price action to kind of back it up, right? Like you can just go off the daily wick fills, but that already occurred. You can go off of most recent traffic, which price is creating right now if you're looking for more buys. But again, like all-time highs, like looking left, there's nothing. Like there's literally nothing to the left-hand side for you to base it and say, okay, you know what, that's the level we're gonna react off of, that's the level we're gonna tap off of, right? So just be cautious of that when trading all-time highs. But overall, we're still very, very, very bullish here. So dropping down to a small time from here, if we were looking for trades today, what would we look for? How would we read price, right? So from what I've seen here, chat, like this is my, I'll say, fourth time trading all-time highs, right? But I'll say this time when we trade all-time highs was a bit different compared to like the first, second, third time. Because the first, second, third time, I mean, straightforward, follow the bias for a day, cool, you're good, right? But what I've noticed this time around is, because you know how sometimes we would catch like the short-term sells, or that's what we've been doing for the last, like, I'll say year and a couple change, like maybe a year and a couple months. So those will be a lot more difficult from what I'm seeing to grab. Like it's still possible, but it's just gonna be a little more difficult because it's not the same price action. It's when price is pushing all-time highs, it just continues to push. It just continues to push. It doesn't care for no bottom wicks, no liquidity, none of that. And sometimes it might print you like a fake up back into the range, like for instance like this, right? Like this in like a regular market condition, what you might see is like price push back into the range here, and then you see continue to push down, and in this case you see continue to drive further down because it's breaking structure, right? But in terms of when it's at all-time highs like the way it is right now, and with the way it pushes, it's just continuing to pop. It doesn't really print the cleanest price action, which could make your life easier in a way where like you could just continue to take buys to retest the highs, right? Which is what I've been trying to do. But that's something I've noticed from turning all-time highs. Like this is only my obviously third time turning all-time highs, so I don't have like obviously the crazy experience of all-time highs. Or at least I think it's fair to say for everybody, not everyone has in the world has that experience, because this is like the 4th to 5th time where all-time highs really. But that's what I've noticed, right? So with today's price, with the way things are looking right now, what I'll do here is I'll probably go ahead and mark up my zones like this, put my levels right here at like 23.58 here, and say, okay, you know what, there's a resistance being formed there. If you were to close above here, there's a very high chance you would like to continue to push up towards the next resistance, which is 23.65, right? That would be pretty straightforward. The key thing is to close back above the range, because that's above this resistance, that's above structure. Until then, any given point, price can just continue to pop down, right? And we don't know where to. But again, like I said, if we were like in regular conditions of the markets, we'll look for sells, like short-term sells, come down to grab liquidity and such. What I'll probably wait for in terms of things like this today is a bottom wick to be created down here, and then potential wick entries here to go back up. Or even like if you were to close below here, you can play it off as, okay, you close below here, you could be able to take sells coming down further down towards the next bottom of the range, right? So that would be doable on most days, but with things like this today, it's gonna be a little tough until, let's say, you have like a weekly or daily closure at resistance to indicate something. I would stay away from that for now and look for mainly buys above like 23.58. But yeah, that's what I got going on. I'll say maybe we can get sells below like 23.22, but again, it's gonna be a little tough due to the fact that it is pushing very heavy and doesn't show any signs of you coming down just yet, aside from the fact that you have no top on a daily or with the weekly. But that's about it. All right, man, so that's what I'll look for today, to be honest, chat. Just more buys about 23.58. I think the range is above like 23.58 is gonna be like a 70 pip range going up, so it's not bad at all. What's the roof? Yeah, but that's what I look for, chat. Like times like this is very volatile. Like this push right now is like, I think an 80 pip push, like a 15-minute count 80 pip push, right? So it's super volatile. I think that was a comics open I just opened up just now, so that was that. But yeah, you have no news today, chat. It's just purely price action, I'll say. Anything about 23.58 will be clean for more buys above, and then sells we can maybe consider if you were to break below 23.22, but it is gonna be a little tough. I likely won't be attempting those. I'll likely just be attempting buys until the weekly starts to shift, I'll say. And the weekly starts to shift at around like 23.30 anyway, so we'll see how things look by then. All right, chat. But I mean, overall should be a pretty, I'll say, straightforward day. Just wait for a closure above that range, and you have like a decent 50 pip range going up, and then maybe you can attempt runners towards all-time highs, but it is gonna be a little tough, I'll say, because we don't know where to. All right, man, I'll say that's the analysis. And just because like I'm not looking for sales today doesn't mean that you can't, right? Like I know some of you guys definitely looking for sales, taking advantage of the sales coming down. That doesn't necessarily mean that like just because I'm not looking for it, it's not valid from your end. Like of course it's valid. If it's something that you've sample sized and you've tested before in the past, and you traded these conditions, then sure, go ahead, right? But for me, I'm sticking to just buys above 23.58 for the time being. That's about it. 5K minimum was crazy, Don. Okay, yo, we have a lot to talk about. Yeah, bro. So, okay, 5K. That's the PAM. Yeah, man. Fucking Friday, chat. Let's talk about Friday. So, Friday, was a tough day. Friday was a tough day. What can I say? Wasn't, I'll say, my sharpest days, but nothing that I'll say that I wouldn't say nothing that we weren't prepared for. Like even when we're like winning, like we're on streaks, like 60 win streaks and such, every single day, I always repeat the same thing. I always repeat that we will have drawdown again. We will have a bigger loss one day again. I'll repeat today again. Like we are gonna have much bigger losses than Friday, right? I lost 200K on Friday, chat. So I mean, obviously 200K wasn't my biggest loss ever, but still a pretty decent loss. I'll put it up there and for sure in the top 3 losses I've ever had, top 3. But it's nothing that I'll say would be avoided in the future again. Like I'm gonna have bigger losses as we grow, as your balance grows, as your account grows, as you continue to trade. You are due to have bigger losses. It's just happened on Friday. And what can I do going forward? I mean, going forward, nothing much I'll say. It's just one day of like all my other trading days of my life. So for me going forward, it's just kind of just to remember that I've been here before. I'll be here again. And as long as I stick to a long-term game, those losses should be able to be achieved. We should be able to recover those losses with time. There's no time limit on it. I'm not going to say about next week, tomorrow, today. I'm not going to rush that process whatsoever. The good thing about that is you're able to see the entire journey with me. So yes, I've seen the journey from when the account was sitting at 147 to when we flipped it to a milli, to the other big loss, to this big loss. So you've seen the whole progress, and that's the beauty behind it. I'm only like year 5 into trading, so plenty of more years to go. Like I said, 5 years is nothing. I'll watch us when we're at 15 years into the game, when I'm 35. But yeah, man, that's kind of where I sit at. It's just, that's the journey. That's part of the journey. That's what happened, and we gotta just keep pushing forward. We gotta keep pushing forward. That's all I can really say. Trade breakdown. Yeah, so the breakdown was I'll say, where we took the trade at? We took the trade here. We took the trades around here, I think. Right here. We took it around these levels to the left. I think at 68 or 69. So we took it at 69, right? So I assumed that, so how I read price that day was, okay, initially it was like here when I think it was this right here. I actually covered this up. I didn't really include this in the analysis. I was like, okay, well, this level right here, this is like that account that we're discussing on Wednesday and Thursday. I'm not sure if you guys recall from the live stream. In these cases here, I'll cover the candle up because this isn't real resistance. So I'll put my levels right here, right? I'll put it right here. So this is what I'll do. I'll cover this up and then I'll put it right here. So I assumed that, okay, if price were to continue pushing up, or sorry, we actually took buys during the Asian session. I think it was around like 87, 85. I think it was right here. And the reason we took buys was because I didn't include this as my liquidity to be formed. I included this as just like, there's nothing happened there. There's a resistance here. And I didn't think this was enough liquidity for us to continue driving down, right? But I think what it was by the time it came down towards here, towards 69, I think it was the 4-hour time frame, if I'm not wrong. I looked at this as a fake out because then the 4-hour candle kind of just closed back into the range here. I think I had my level marked up right on here. And I was like, okay, cool. This thing closed back into the range. It looks like it's going to continue to drive and then mirror this entire candle to the left here, which it didn't. It came down, rejected. And one thing that we would usually say is, okay, well, in the past, like this is the level you tapped into before popping up, right? But the difference in this and this was that the structure in this case was more so bearish for me compared to this structure being bullish, obviously, right? So most recent structures show that we're bearish. Therefore, I didn't really say, okay, every time you pop up to the top of the range, you must come down and tap these levels. Instead, I said, okay, well, now we're breaking sort of the structure, and it looks like we're going to come down to mirror the entire range. Then we attempted sells as it came down to re-break this low, I believe. It was off of the lows of 73. But price came down, rejected, and then just continued to pop. And I think NFP was the only time, because it was a Friday trade, right? NFP was the only time where we kind of came down. Wait, no, what day was this? Yeah, Friday, right here. NFP, where is it? Right here. This is the only time where we came down, which was, I'll say, the only mistake I could say I really made by not closing positions, because you had no top wick. The position itself, I would have taken again. Like this going forward, I'll still take. I'll still judge it based off of that, with the structure being broken. Again, when price is all-time highs, it's a little tough. It just continues to pop. It doesn't really care for price action. But if I were to go back, I would have still taken those positions. I would have still taken the buys. The only thing I would have done different was maybe close off like here when it came down for the bottom wick, because there was no top wick here at the time on the 4-hour candle. It was just, it came down, or not before, I think it was a 1-hour time frame during the NFP news. It came down, first thing price did, push down. I would have looked to close, I think I was looking to close off around, I think it was these levels to the left here, because there was no bottom wick here, but it came a low close, didn't really tap it initially. I didn't really close off, let it rock, and then it just continued to flip bullish, and then it just continued to pop. So we had our stops like above these ranges above here, and that was it. 1308 or 2308, and that was it. And then it just made all-time highs. But then I was done trading after that, so really I couldn't really anticipate the buys. We kind of just called it a day after that, but that was my Friday. So before the Friday though, we had I think it was the Thursday trade that we had on stream. That one ended up playing no, obviously, right? But the trade after that, it wasn't that same trade. It was the one after that, the next day. But yeah, man, that's what happened. So was there a learning day? I'll say yes, of course, a learning day. Every day for me is a learning day, regardless if it's a win or a loss, right? But this thing, I mean, it does sting, but this is part of the journey. Part of the journey, and we're still here, still trading, and you guys get to see the whole entire journey. Right now I'm in the process of waiting for my account to be transferred over. Okay, I gotta talk to the PAM, right? But before the PAM, like I'm waiting for my account to be transferred over, because my account is what I'm trading the PAM off of. So I'm copying the trades from the PAM to my account, because the PAM balance is gonna shift daily, because people will continue to depending on who deposits money in, who I check off. But that's gonna continue to change. So I am gonna have my account trading on stream, but I'll be copying the trades over to the PAM using the copy trader, which I can set a risk amount to. So the PAM will be only set to, like, let's say I pop a 30 lot on my account, on my regular account, the PAM will risk like 1 to 2% per trade, or 1 to 5% per trade on that PAM. I'm pretty sure we'll keep at around like 2% at most, to be honest. I'll say 2%, and then another trade will be 2% for in case you get pineapples, but it'll be around like 5% risk at most, max per trade. But that'll be the fixed risk, I'll say. But yeah, man, that's kind of what's going on right now. The PAM I'm really excited for, and I'm glad it's happening now and not when we're at like peaking 64 wins, because at least people can realize that, okay, well, yeah, this guy was hot at one point, but like I've been warning you guys, a loss is gonna come, right? A loss is gonna happen. So now that you guys see the loss, you guys can be like, okay, there's a risk to this, like it usually is. So I'm glad it's happening now, compared to like if it were to happen when we're at our high, our peak, and then you guys were to see losses on afterwards, right? Welcome to your voice. Welcome to my voice. Like this throat. I don't know. Maybe I'm sick. I don't think I'm sick. Just woke up. This morning voice. Why is it raspy? Oh, maybe it's a mic. I don't think so though. Hold on. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. You've been crying. Hello, darkness, my old friend. puberty hit, bro. I'm turning 24 tomorrow. What do you mean? I miss you, bro. There was 2 days. All good. Yeah, bro. All good, bro. Our respect to you, man, for not giving up, having some of a breakdown after that. I think there's just a small amount of people that have the mentality to be successful in trading, for sure. This is people who here to make money, like to make quick money. They come and go, they hop on strategies, right? And then there's people here who are like actually stuck at the break-even stage, who can't get to the profitable stage, and then there's people who actually make it, right? So everyone here on the stream is at a different pace in their career, but at the end of the day, we're all on the same journey to get to where we want to be in trading, right? To get to that profitable stage, and it's a long-term game, so we just got to enjoy the journey, and the journey will come with more losses and more bumps in the road. So keep that in mind. If you can't handle that, then I'm sorry to say, but trading isn't for you. It's part of the journey, though. Part of the journey, bro. When I trade prop firms, I don't believe in prop firms. Not that I don't believe in prop firms, I'll say. It's just that like prop firms for me, there's so much shit that's been happening with prop firms. Like even like when before all this shit went down, it's not like I prayed for it to be I prayed for a downfall in the props, but it was very sketched already for me. Like just looking at it from an outside perspective, like I don't know where the money's coming from, and I don't know how guaranteed I will have to be getting payouts. So, and on top of that, it was just the rules that the prop firm structured itself with too. So it's like these rules are implemented for you to lose. I'll say I honestly don't think these rules are implemented for you to become a better trader. They're more implemented for you to have for them to have an edge on you. So that's why for me, I never traded props, and it was always about trading my personal funds. If you trade, some people don't have a choice, so I get it. You know, if you trade props, it's fine, cool. But for me, I just always prefer to trade my personal funds, because at least I know where my money's coming from, and I know that I can be able to withdraw or whatever. I can be able to adjust my risk whenever I want, and I won't get my account terminated if I were to follow those rules. Yeah, man, I'm hoping for the account to be up tonight for the Asian session, or for worst case tomorrow. They said like Wednesday or Tuesday. I was hoping it was yesterday, but it wasn't yesterday. You're not wrong, but FTMO's reputable firm for sure. Like FTMO's been there forever. I'm not saying these firms aren't reputable. It's just there's rules that they implement on you, which I feel like aren't implemented on you in your favor. Like for instance, like the drawdown rule. I don't know if they have drawdown rules anymore. I could be completely wrong, but before, when they used to have drawdown rules, I didn't think that was something in our favor. It's more so of an Instagram. I call it Instagram rule, because that's just a rule that people push upon new traders on social media. Like you can only risk a certain amount per trade. And if you risk over this amount, then you're not considered profitable. Like, it's who said, you know, you can't risk more than 5% per trade, more than 10% per trade, and still become profitable. For instance, like that, and also just what else is there? There's a bunch of them though, but that's why for me is just I'd rather just stay with my live account and not have these rules on me. I don't have to worry about my account getting terminated. But I'm not against funded, you know what I mean? Like I'm not like totally against funded to a point where I think fundeds are completely scams. It's just, but if I were to start over, maybe it would have been different, because I did start trading in the stage where fundeds weren't around. I started trading in 2018, right? So fundeds back then weren't a thing. It was just kind of like IML, and that was about it. That was the thing going on around the time. So maybe if I started with the funded, I would have had a different approach to it. But fundeds came like for me in I heard about fundeds 2021. So when that all happened, I was already deep into the stage of me trading my personal funds. And I remember we had this convo too about fundeds like back in 2021. People were like, yo, why don't you go on funded? And my account, I didn't hit a million yet. I didn't even hit like 100K yet. My account in 2021 was like a 50K account, like 30K account, something like that. So like people were like, yo, Don, if you have it funded, you can scale your account to 1 million. And I was like, chat, I'll get there one day. Eventually, one day I'll get there. It's gonna take a lot of time, but at least I won't be skipping any steps, right? I'll have the consistent growth and the skills that will eventually get me there. And over time, I mean, 2 years later, we actually hit it. We actually hit the milli, which was 2023, September or October or something like that. But it took some time for sure, but I actually got there 3 years later. Whereas if I would have rushed the process, I don't know, maybe I would have it would have led me to a different route. That wouldn't have got me there in the first, that wouldn't have gotten me to the milli balance eventually. But overall, that's another thing as well. Like people who are the traders who go from like trading $5,000 balances to joining a funded, and now they have to trade with like a 100K balance. It fucks with their psychology because they're skipping steps now, right? Instead of taking it step by step, they went from, instead of going from like a 5K to like a 10K to gradually building that risk tolerance, right? They went straight from like a 5K to 100K, so then they start to freak out. They don't have the experience to trade 100K, which doesn't mean they can't do it. It's just gonna be a little tougher to see the drawdown compared to if you were to gradually build it. Like for me, when I did the 200K loss, right? I didn't go from like losing 10K to losing 200K. I went from losing $1 to eventually losing $10 to eventually losing 1,000 to a couple thousand to tens of thousands to then 200K, 300K, right? So going forward, it's only gonna get bigger. The losses will only get bigger, just like the wins will too. But it all takes time. It's all part of the journey as you focus on one thing, and that one thing is just developing skill. You develop the skill, you get to where you want to be, man. The skill is one thing people look past. What's your biggest loss? 350. 350K. I've loved profits are gone. No. We'll be having I think the new account will be like 227 around there. 220. Oh no, I was on the Rez the other day, and Rez was like, "Yo, what should I have in my account?" He's like, "Well, I'm like, should I leave the 220K balance, or should I yeah, what else? Like, what should I start on stream?" He's like, "Well, honestly, I would say start with 140 again, because that's how you did it the first time. So it's kind of like kind of just." He said something about taking the similar route, but I mean, I was like, I don't think it matters, right? 220, 140 is all the same shit, kind of, at the end of the day. Yo, Captain, thanks for the 24. Happy 24th tomorrow, bro, not today, tomorrow. Chat, what's going on over here, man? I've been yapping like crazy. What did I have up again? Why are my levels gone? 200 and what am I saying? 2000, 30, 57 was my level, right? 20, 57. Any above this range should be good. And then you have your all-time highs here, so you can retest the highs above there. This right here, support being formed, cool. Came down, no bottom wick, tap that zone. Interesting. 4 candle closure in about 13 minutes. Looks very similar, chat, to like the last, I'll say, couple of days where the 4 candle closes bearish and then you continue to drive, right? So what happened is you'll push pre-New York session, pull back till 9, and then late 9, 10, 11, 12, you continue to push up to retest the highs again. I wouldn't be surprised if that same pattern continues to occur today as well. which means that we could eventually get the buys about 23.58, but how you guys doing though, chat? How have you guys been? How was your why is my camera so low, bro? How was your week been? Because I'm sure you guys had a good week. Losing a lot last week. All right. The spreadsheet, no, I got updated in the signals one. The bright side chat is the stream is still on. Oh no, instruction. The stream is still on a 26 win streak. Story time? I can't do a story. I'm gonna do a story time in a separate video. I mean, I can do a story time, but I think it's better if I do it in a separate video. Because I don't know what I can say and what I can't say, to be honest, about the story. So if I record the story and then run it over and then edit stuff out, I don't want to say shit on stream that I'm not supposed to say, because if I say it on stream, it's here forever, right? So I'm gonna make sure I say it in a separate video. Fuck, bro. Gonna be a little loud, chat. Bear with me. Is it that brutal? It's not that brutal. Like, it's not that bad, but it's I don't want to, like, you'll see why. Like, you'll see once I tell a story, you'll see why. I don't want to just, I want to make sure I'm carefully saying what I'm saying, you know. It was stuff in February. You know how I was gone in February, chat, for 2 weeks? I didn't show up to the streams. I didn't go on socials. None of that. Yeah, bro. And then you came back and saw a new setup afterwards on stream. Yeah, so I'll be having a new setup probably, like, fingers crossed, if I close today, maybe next week. No, I cannot do a house tour though. Yeah, I keep that super private. Give me the blue balls. It's not that crazy of a story, chat. Yeah, you have to hear it, bro. Don't worry about it. Just worry about this closure above on gold here, about 23.58, and be alright. You're moving again? Yeah, I'm moving again. I'm still in Canada. Can't say where in Canada, but I'm still in Canada. Toronto's scary as fuck, bro. Toronto's getting weird, bro. I gotta move. Toronto is getting just dangerous. There's so many, like, carjackings and so many home invasions and shit like that happening right now in Toronto. I don't know what happened, but it's getting bad. For those who live in Toronto, you would know. Like, every day there's, like, people carjacking cars and then shipping them to containers and then shipping them to, like, to Africa. Or Dubai, but they're taking it to the Montreal, what do you call it? The Montreal, the loading docks, and then they're shipping it off to those countries. It's getting fucked. My car is good, but it is getting, like, scary to have, like, nice things. Like, you can't have nice things in Toronto no more. Can you brief what pip means? Brother, Google.com. Google.com, or better not, go on controlfx.com, go on learn for free, and then go on learn for free again, and then go down to welcome here, and then you will see information about how to count pips and all that, I'm pretty sure. Do you? I think you do have it somewhere here. This pip count somewhere. But yeah, go here. It's free. Or if you want, go on Google and search out how to count pips. What is the definition of pips, bro? You know? Yo, Janaz, thanks for the 25, bro. Later's captain. Janaz, you back on streaming or what? People miss you. You trying to run from taxes? No, bro. Trust me, I wish. I wish, bro. I'm actually paying my taxes at the end of the month. Quite a lot, man. Biggest tax I've ever had. Which is a good thing. Each year, it should continue to grow. You'll pay more taxes. Unless we move to Dubai or something soon. Bro, why is this thing so loud, yo? I bet, chat. I'm gonna have to keep the noise gate super high so you guys won't hear that banging. They're doing construction or something. Can you give some info about the map? Like, will there be a limit to join or is it open forever? I don't know. It's gonna be I'll say like the goal is to have it open for at least 2 years minimum. But we're gonna see how year 1 goes, and then if year 1, I'm guessing it's gonna be more flooded by year 2 probably, because people are waiting to see how year 1 goes first. So I mean the goal is to have it up for a minute. I don't know, depending on how it performs. Depending on how well it does. So yeah, if all goes well, it should be here for a very long time, I'll say. But I never thought about like leaving mid-year or leaving like in a couple of years. It's just kind of how it does, really. Depending on that. How much is it? It's free. It's just there's a performance fee. So like it's a 65, no, I lied. 55, 45 cut performance fee at the end of the month, and that's it. That's all you gotta really pay. There's a minimum requirement, which is 5K. I apologize for those who can't. At the end of the day, if you can't, the streams are free. You're here to learn anyways, right? You'll be alright. So I can't make it lower just because there'll be a lot of accounts and a lot of just a lot of complainers, bro. All right, I'm gonna be honest. We thought about it. We thought about putting no limit, but I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough when we're 5 pips in drawdown. It's gonna be tough when we're 5 pips in drawdown. People are complaining. So there's a limit. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a limit. I apologize, bro. But again, the streams are free, chat. I've done so much for you guys, bro. I've had the free streams on forever. We have a bunch of free stuff like free playbooks. I have a free chorus. Like, what else? Like, do you guys want me to do? You know? What else do you want me to do? Who's clapping in the background? I don't know, bro. Someone's making love up there or some shit, man. Someone making love. Let them be, you know? In this life, one of the things that you gotta cherish, you know? You gotta cherish love. So they making love. I can't disrupt them, you know? It is what it is, bro. Here. It's going crazy. I don't know, man. Going crazy. Putting that work. Gotta respect it. Who the fuck is that? I respect it, bro. Oh man, are you kidding me? Gold's not gonna move today? Wix. Will we be able to see, open, and close the trades on the MAM? No, you can't. You can see the trades on the MAM, I think. You can see the daily statements. Or actually, you know what? I think you can log into your MAM. I think you can log into your MT5 and see the trades live. But it's you will see it from a investor standpoint. So on MT5 they have investor password and all of that. I think that's what you guys see. If I don't think you guys can close it. If I'm not wrong. I'm pretty sure all you guys can do is look at it. But it's a MAM for a reason. You know, if you want to trade your trades, then you can just take out the money and trade it and put it in your account to trade. But how it's gonna work kind of is just gonna be on stream. So all my trades will be taken on stream. I'll say not all, but just like how I've been doing it for the last couple of years. Most of them will be taken on stream. I might have trades that are during Asia and London every now and then, but just like how it's been running for the most part lately. So we'll see the drawdown together. Update the April stream record. I think it's 3-0. We haven't, right? On stream. You want to know? Yeah, later. When does it start? It'll start when I get my account transferred over. So like I'm hoping for tonight or tomorrow. Even if it comes tonight though, I don't think we'll get it first trade until tomorrow morning on the stream. So likely tomorrow. Yeah. Likely tomorrow, just because I have to cop trade it, because like it's kind of confusing, chat. I don't know if you guys know, but on a MAM I had to set the actual risk myself. So I thought there was a thing on the MAM where it just automatically risks a certain amount when I click a position, but I actually have to enter the lot size. So I had to calculate how much risk, which I haven't done in a minute because I'm using fixed lot sizes, right? But I have to actually calculate the risk because the balance isn't going to remain the same. It's going to change daily as accounts join and accounts leave. So how it works is like each day there's like a list of sub accounts that join, and I have to click on each one to approve each one. So let's say this guy deposits 10, let's say this guy deposits 500k, let's say this guy deposits 200k, right? As I check it off, it automatically enters the balance. So I obviously won't be doing it every day because there'll be like so many accounts that I gotta add, but it'll be like I'll say a weekly thing where I'll add new accounts just so I have that set balance for the week, and then that balance I'll be trading for the week, and then I'll figure out the lot sizes from there on out. So let's say you have 100k in the MAM, I'll be risking like 1 to 5%, so I'll be setting the fixed risk likely to 1.5% or 2% risk, and that's what I'll be doing probably. I think 1.5 is pretty good because let's say we have 3 pineapples, that'll be around 4.5% risk, right? Yeah, 4.5% risk, 3 pineapples. So I think that should be enough, like 1.5% per trade. And I'll be using social trader tools, so it'll be connected from my MT5, copied over to the MAM, which would have like a set risk. So on I'm not sponsored by the way, but on those trader tools, there's like you can select risk, either fixed lot size or percentage risk, right? So if I just set to 1.5% risk, every trade that I take, I can pop out 100 lot on my account. It'll still show a 1.5% risk on the MAM. So I think that's the best way to do it. Therefore, I won't have to calculate my lot size manually. It should be fun. Should be good. I was getting ready for more responsibility. Like, you can't access. He did help me set it up for sure. That doc was made by him, so shout out to Reza. Yo, same birthday? What's up, bro? How your birthday, man? Is it for US? No, it'll be only if you can join Blueberry. A lot of people are just starting to read it properly. Yeah, true. Chat, how you guys been though? Okay, hold on. Before I ask you guys that, 4 closer. So how did we close? It looks like the 4 kind of closed bearish at resistance. It didn't really close back into the range. I'll say it closed respecting this level right here to the left. So therefore, there's a resistance form, but again, it's gonna be a little tough. I'll say, like, even if I was looking for sells, I would look for sells if you were to close below here in the 4. But due to us closing bearish, I'll say respecting, right, these levels to the left here, you could easily get the wick fill down. So if you could get the fill down, here's what I'll do. I think I mentioned buys above this range to the left or right, chat. You can leave that line there still above 23.58 and say anything above there is clean for buys up. But before getting a closure above there, because if you get a closure above there on the 30 minute, on the 15, on the 1, you have a 4 candle that's still open, and the 4 candle will still be creating a top wick. So in this case here, right, pay attention. If you were to pop up right now in price and close above the 515, you have to be worried about the fact that the 4 at any given point could flip bearish here, right? So that's why I want to see a bond wick, just to indicate that lower low being printed, that liquidity being printed. So if you come down for a bottom wick, which I am expecting to happen here, your next level of support is like right here at like 23.42, right? So if you come down towards that level and fill the range, fill the wick, and then you close above 23.58, you can get the buys up. Because then how it's gonna look? It's gonna look like this. There's actually gonna be a bottom wick and you actually be pushing up. What you also could do is you can also add a level around here and say, okay, because like right now it doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't look like it makes sense. But if you remove this and it comes down towards that 4 level, so let's go ahead and mark that up around 23.42. If it comes down towards there, but it closes back into the range now, which is now going to be 23.48 or maybe a little higher, you can probably look for buys, or here actually, here is actually a lot better. Above this level, you can look for buys above here instead. Instead of waiting for buys above 23.58, you can look for buys above 23.52. But you need a bottom wick first. So if you get this basically, right, on the 4 candle, if you get this that forms on price, a bottom wick and then a reflip, right? So a bottom wick tap in 23.42 and a reflip, this is how it's going to look in the 4. As you drop down to 15 and 30, how it's going to look, it's going to look something like this. Or it can look like this, because if price comes down now, it's going to look likely like this. And then eventually, if it comes down, respects that level, great. You'll see it respect. You don't got to predict it respecting. You'll see it continue to close above the range. And then these could be your buys up, because then this is sort of like a fake up back into the range, sort of in a way. And then you're or a fake up back into the range here, right? And then you're going to continue to push up to fill the rest of the range up towards 23.58. So that's what I'll wait for, to be honest. You don't have to wait for the buys about 23.58, but you do need to wait for a bottom wick tap in 23.42 before looking for more buys above 23.58. And then you have this range going up from here up until the top of the range next, which is, I think, if I'm not wrong, I think this range would be 120 pip range. And then you can attempt all-time highs if you want. I'm probably just gonna attempt buys from above here up until like maybe 58, and then closing like 75%, and then let the rest run towards like 65. We'll see how volatile price is, but I think that's pretty clean. I think the key part is just the bottom wick. Once you get the bottom wick, it should be good. Otherwise, any given point, this can just be a rejection for us to drive down. Because at the end of the day, right, this is a bearish candle. So overall, you are expecting it to continue driving down, right? But if it doesn't, after tapping that zone, then you know where it's headed next. If it does continue to break past 23.42 after a bottom wick, then you're going to see likely continue to push down towards 23.27, right? But we don't got to worry about that just yet, because you haven't really closed below there or anything. All right, man? So buys above would be pretty clean. Any insurance on the map? The insurance is you being able to exit whenever you want. You could leave the man whenever you want. I think you can, if I'm not wrong, I think you could leave the man while there's trades. I might be wrong on that actually. You gotta ask Reza, but the insurance is you could leave it whenever you want. Can't you only do 31 leverage? I think if you're in Australia, that's the leverage you can use. Yeah, if you're in Australia and using BlueberryMarkets, you can only use a 30-to-1 leverage. If you're not, use a 1-to-500. No, there's no insurance. Did I get insurance? No. The market doesn't give me no insurance when I lose. The map is basically just signals, but you don't gotta do anything basically. Insurance is crazy. How do you sign? The link is in my story. I gotta make it into my actual link in the bio, but I'll update it later. I forgot to do that actually. I got a V10. I got a V10. V10, man. V10 engine, man. First ticket. Let me delete that. That was from 5 pips. I think that was from Thursday. The one that lasted till like 2 p.m. $55 split, bro. This counts down to reactor. Came up, tapped the top of the range, 4 out top, wake. Let's see what happens here. It can easily just close above the range, continue your drive, right? But I would assume that you have to come down for a bottom wick first before pushing up. No, I would not be attempting to sell us down for the bottom wick. If we were on all-time highs, yes, ideally I would. I'll wait for maybe like a closure below 22.48 or something, and then I'll look for more positions down there to drive down towards the bottom of the range. But in this case, no, I would wait for just buys above 23.52. If the daily closes bearish today, then yeah, tomorrow we can probably look for something like that because structure will then be broken. But until then, the structure is still super valid here to be bullish. It's gonna be a little tough to sells. Any given point, just rip. So you get 55% and I only get 4% of what I would draw. Correct. No. Yeah, correct. Yep. But only in profits. Like if we don't finish the month off in blues, then there's no withdrawal. Like there won't be a cut. There's only a cut whenever that account gets to its threshold. So let's say you start the account with $5,000, right? I can only take a split if that account were to make anything above 5,000, or like if that account were to be at 501 plus. So let's say the account makes 5,000. What's something I can use here? Let's say the account makes $5,010, right? What is that? I guess I'll take $5.50 and you keep $4.50. And that's it. That's how I'll go for the month. You think I'm doing this for free? You think I'm doing this for free? But from what I know though, like our average, like I'll say percentage gain per month is around average 10%. but that's using fixed lot sizes. I mean, even when it was the account was at $1 million, it was still like around 10-15% per month. I don't know, it could be a little lower, could be a little higher depending on how the month does, depending on the volume that month and the volatility we have, but it'll be around there on average. No guarantee of months, right? But that's been the average for us, so I don't think much is going to change on the pound, to be honest. Same cuts for losses. There's no cuts for losses. When there's a loss, there's no performance fee. That account must get back to its threshold in order for it to be a cut. Because if it's a loss, I think the loss too. There's a lot of questions that you guys have that I didn't realize. I think Reza will be noting the questions down, and then he should be able to update the FAQ. The FAQ is very like standard. So we take auto risk and it's 55 to 45% split. Huh? What? If we were, let's say a $5,000 account, right? If we were to lose $10,000, first of all, the copy trader account from my account will be a loss. Two, the pound will be in a loss that month. What do you mean we'll be sharing the loss? I mean, yeah, we both will be having the losses, me and you. Dumb question, I forgot we trading? Yeah, bro. It's all right. It's a brain fart moment. I have those every once in a while. I have one on Friday. It's all right. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. You be all right, bro. There's a 15-minute resistance candle. Will you take buys? No, I need to see a bottom wick first. The reason why I need to see a bottom wick is just, where's my camera? Hold on. The reason I need to see a bottom wick because I want to see 2342 getting tapped. I believe that level should be tapped before continuing to drive. I just want to confirm that the 4-hour candle isn't going to flip bearish. If the 4 candle closed bullish, for sure, like this wouldn't be a problem. One thing we could say is that the 4 candle closed respecting. So like that's one thing. It closed respecting this support to the left here, right? But I want to see it come down, tap that support, and then close back above that range above the levels I have marked up before looking for more buys. So if it closes above the 15, I wouldn't look for buys just because at any given point, the 4 candle could still come all the way down since this could be a 4-hour top wick, right? It's going to be a battle between the 4-hour top wick or the 4-hour candle continuation with the daily. But I believe with the 4-hour close, you should be able to come down for a bottom wick just because this is over a bearish candle. So you expect it to come down, bottom wick, and then you don't want to take buys there though, because you want to wait for it to actually close above for it to indicate that it rejected. Otherwise, at any given point, it can just be continuing to make new lower highs here. And eventually, if it continues to make new lower highs, it can easily rip through 2342, right? This 4 count could end up coming down like this for all I know. Not saying it is, but there could be a possibility, right? So when there's possibilities, you want to avoid all of those possibilities by applying extra confluences. So in this case, just wait for a bottom wick and then closure back above 23.52, and then you'll be good for more buys above there. But that's the reason why I'm waiting for that bottom wick. It's not like a there's not a guarantee it will create one, right? But if it does create one, then we know what to do. It's just us following our playbook. That's it. 10% a month is 55 split is pretty good. Yeah, but people are expecting me to flip the account like from whatever, like 100% gain by the first month. It's not. It's gonna be very slow gain, just like my account. It's gonna be very slow gains, like 10% per month. I would say plus a split, so you're making like 5% per month on average, like 4 to 5% per month, right? Traders or a lot of new traders don't like to hear that. They want to, especially when they don't have like the craziest balance or the balance that they want. They want to see huge gains, right? But I'm not gonna change the way I trade, change the way I view the markets, just so we can have a bigger profitable month right? I'm just gonna do things as I would normally do it, and whatever that month ends with is whatever we do. But there's no like I'll say goal, you know. There's no like goal for me to end the month off with a 20% gain or 30% gain or whatever. If it happens, it happens. %. What do you chat? What do you guys? Be honest. I'm not here trying to like, you know, no one's gonna make fun of you, but like, what do you guys make per month on average? Like for those who are like consistent, or for those who got to that level of being consistent, what percentage have you been averaging per month? Wait, chat. No. It's not 55 for me. It's 55 for you. So you take 55, I take 45. Right? I'm confusing myself, bro. Yeah, no, it's 55 for me. 55 for me. You take 45. Yeah. I'm tripping. I confused that comment. I'm tripping. It was actually supposed to be 65 at first. 65, 35. And we move it down to 55 to be fair. Friends and family though will have a better I'll say better cut, but friends and family, okay? Don't be coming in my DMs now like, hey Don, I've been DMing you for a long time now, man. We've been friends for a very, very long time now, you know? Like, you know, we boys, right? No, bro. No. When I took that big loss, you weren't there for me. Nowhere to be found. Came back months later when we were on a winning streak again. Nope. Seen right through that. But yeah, no, friends and family will have like a different cut. But that's up to me to decide, right? That's from the same mother, right? So what did I say? You guys said 10%, 20%, 40%, 65% on average. Yeah, I think anything is fine. Like for those who don't think making 5% is enough, like it is enough. Even if you have a small account, it is good because eventually, as your account increases, that 5% goes from like making $5 a month to making 5,000 a month to making eventually 5K a month or 500K a month. But what remains through all of that is a skill, right? Once you have the skill, you can do anything. Yo, Orchid, appreciate the 499, man. We boys, right? I mean, hey, bro, you've been donating $5 every day on the stream, bro. Hey. I mean, yeah, we could be boys. We could be boys. Now you family, bro. You guys are all family at the end of the day. On DVS. For sure. John, you were my first trading channel I followed and stick with until today. Then I found out about Wix. I went to follow you, Wix, and Tetra. Follow Janez up too, and Huss. You like their channels too. Will trading our funds give you anxiety and will you trade a bit different? I don't think so because I'm still trading my account. I will only like on stream. I'll only see my account. But no. I try watching other DVS streams, but yours is different, Andrew. I mean, everyone has their own vibe at the end of the day. Like everyone has their own. You guys remember, chat. Like different I'll say different. There's different age gaps and age groups, and so like there's different vibes for each stream, right? Like Janez, he's like 15, No, I'm playing. Janez around my age, a little younger, but there's different vibes for each stream. So fuck you, I'm not. No, I never said that, bro. I never said that, but there's different vibes, different sessions too. Like, chat, I'm on in the morning, bro. I'm on stream at 6:30, 7 a.m., 8 a.m., right? Compared to like Wix who streams at nighttime, 8 p.m. So it's the different vibes, nighttime vibes versus morning vibes, right? For sure. So it's all a little different. I'll say it's all different. Never said that, bro. Never said that. But everyone has value, though, I'll say. Like, everyone brings in their fair share of value at the end of the day, and that was a goal. The goal is just to have like-minded streamers, because this industry is very tainted. But like-minded streamers, like-minded people in our community with the same energy and vibes, who aren't here just to show how big their penis is, and to be chill, just be respectable, but also at the same time like share what they know without having any sort of ego to themselves, right? Or to show any type of ego. And I hope it stays like that forever, right? But that was the goal, yo. Everyone has Indivias, I'll say, that we approve, has their own fair share of value, yo. It's true though, bro. Like, you go in our Discord chat, you can't tell me our Discord is not different from all the other Discords out there. Like, I haven't been to different Discords in a minute, but yo, you join like a funded, I'm using that as an example. You join a funded company's Discord server versus our Discord server, you see a huge day and night difference, bro. Huge difference in the vibes and the energy. Shout out to the mods for keeping that identity in our Discord, but it's different, bro, for sure. Like, you can't find our Discord anywhere else. I dare you to find one. I dare you. You won't. You don't. Not for sure. Bro, what's gold doing here, man? Nobody on Wix just ranging. There's news tomorrow, right? I don't think it's in the range tomorrow. Like, what I've been noticing, chat, from the last couple of days is like, you open up for NYSC, and then you start to move, but you always end off the day at all-time highs. Like, that's been happening day in, day out, because you've been printing no top Wix every single day. So that's what's been happening. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a late move today, 9, 10, 11, 12, like times like this and these market cycles. And by the way, chat, try not to get too caught up in the current market cycle, because eventually it's going to shift back to its normal cycle again, where the markets will be more normal. So enjoy it though. Enjoy it while it lasts, right? And do as much as you can with it, but don't try to force anything while it's here. But learn from it at the same given time, because it will shift back to its normal condition. And when it does shift back to its normal condition, you don't want to be chasing these market conditions when it was volatile, because I wouldn't say it's easier to trade right now, but it's a lot more volatile, right? So your trades require less patience, I'll say. You're like in and you're out, profit, done. But it might force traders who are especially new, and for traders who are like newer to this part of the cycle, to get used to those movements and then expect these movements when three months from now we're back at normal conditions. Like, you can't just force the same market conditions every day, every single day. They will change, right? And this cycle will shift eventually. But make the best use of it if you can. But don't chase anything. It will shift June. How you know about June? What makes you say June? It has shifted a little. Yeah, for sure. I'll say like it's slowed down since this week. Like this week has been pretty good, I'll say. But I want to see how it finishes off this week, because if you continue to shift towards the end of the month and the monthly has no top wick, then finally, man, we're up right now at all-time highs and more. Then we can just go back to trading the regular way, the regular price action. For now, it's just heavily just stick to the bias, I'll say, until it's still super volatile though. Like even this range chat, like the range we're in right now is like it's a 30 pip range, you know. Overall, this range here is like a 50 pip range. It's not bad on a 5-minute time frame. What's Gigi doing? Oh, pumping, yeah. I want to see US 30, bro. What's that doing? What was it again? US 30. I'm tripping. Nope. Oh, Wando. Where's that at? Oh, my levels got respected. I don't know when I drew his levels up, but look at that. Price action was there for sure. Yeah, this is like Janez's favorite pair now. Yeah. Looks about right. We were waiting for a bottom wick. Yeah, we are. Like, I want to see the bottom wick tapping. Like once you tap 23.43, you can start looking for positions, because at 23.43, it's either gonna reject that level and then close back above the range is at 23.52, or we're gonna continue to drive further down. If it does drive further down and it's late date, you could attempt sells. It's just you need closures below, so you won't be seeing heavy movement until you actually tap 23.42. I'll say it's pretty fair to say. I could be wrong, right? But that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see before looking for positions. Did I already tell a story from February? No, I didn't. Bro, am I tripping? Why my levels keep disappearing? That's why I'm not even clicking delete. And then yeah, level right around here. And chat, we could be wrong, chat. Like there's no guarantee of a bottom wick being created at 23.42, right? But if that's the case, then we gotta adapt. And adapting just means applying some extra confluences. So like there is a resistance at 23.52, which I've just seen that we close above. But what you'll probably want to see is, if you don't get a bottom wick down towards here, at least get a bottom wick down towards the most recent structure point. So for us, it's like at least, I'll say 23.52. So don't wick and attempt positions in this range here is probably if you close like bearish respecting the support, and then you have a new resistance being formed here. You can probably say, okay, cool. A closure above here could indicate more buys, right? But I do want to see that range 2 indication, which is just the support being formed there. So a bearish channel closure respecting these levels, and then a closure back above here before I look for more buys, just so we can get a bottom wick. If that doesn't happen, then I'll prefer that. That's fine. But if that can happen here, that'll be okay too. So it doesn't need to form that bearish channel here and then closure back above that range. It can happen above here, right? That'll be fine as well. But we just need to see that confirmation just to confirm that, okay, the 4-hour candle, is it going to flip bearish, but it's going to continue driving up with the daily from here on out. about to. That's why we need that confirmation, just because of the 4, right? We don't want this 4 count to flip bearish. Next thing you know, you're just gonna flip to come down for that bottom wick, and then you're in drawdown, right? You better wait for that to be formed, and then just get in once all of that is said and done. His range above here is like 50 pips, 60 pips. Hands looking like it's NYC open chat, so you will see volume coming in here. You will see it shifting in, but do I have positions yet? I can't say. I don't have positions yet. Like, I have nothing I can take here. The 15 close above overall on a 30-minute time frame. This thing is still respecting overall, right? This is the structure point at 23.57. So hard to say. I didn't see why. I don't know why I see volume. I take it there. Yeah, you printed a high here. You printed a high here. You printed a low. So if you re-break the highs on NYC, technically, you can treat it as a news candle and expect that you're going to continue to drive past 23.57 here. Are you bullish today? Yes, I'm bullish, but there's things that require there's things that I require before looking for positions up above the ranges. But overall, we are bullish. How about the yes? We did it right, bro. It moves nicely. It does for sure, especially in these conditions. 10 pips happens within like 10 seconds, within seconds, bro. Like, you blink and it's 10 pips. Like, we're gonna blink and see 10 pips here. Minute closure in 10 minutes or in 30 seconds here. Pretty clean. Where's the 4 lows again? It's gonna be right here. So if you look for positions on the root break of the highs, that's still gonna be 8 pip range. Or 8 pip stop, and your target be up here, or your target can probably be with the bottom wick up here at 23.58. Not too bad. This 5 is closed above the range, back into the structure point. I still again need to see that bottom wick being formed there. I still need that bottom wick being formed. Might be a long shot, chat, but if you get a bottom wick tapping like 23.52 and then re-break at the highs, you can probably attempt to buy stops above the break at highs till here, because then that'll be your 4 bottom wick. I think this happened yesterday, right? NYC opened yesterday. We closed bearish, and then this move happened a little later, actually. 9 a.m. and the 1 p.m. count came up afterwards. Similar to this though, yesterday, where you kind of had a bearish closure above the range. Next count came up, created a top wick, which happens to be this right here, and then you end up coming down for a bottom wick, and then you made your way up late. Yeah, chat, if you get like this here, this wouldn't be too bad. Like, if you get this bullish channel closure above here and then a bearish channel closure here, you can treat that as a resistance. You have a new level right here being formed, and then wait for a bullish closure above there. That wouldn't be too bad to take off the 5. It's just, the key thing is just this. So try not to have FOMO as much as you can. How much is this pop here? 20 pips? Not bad, not bad, not bad. Who blinked? If you blinked, to move 10 pips. If you easy cash 10 pips, yeah, but you know what? 10 pips isn't always the goal. Like, our goal isn't to catch 10 pips. That's just what we catch most days, right? But our goal technically is gonna be whatever ranges we can grab. Like this range here, let's say this range is like what, 10 pips? Yeah, that's the range we're trying to grab. But if it gives us 10 pips, then it gives us 10 pips. You're gonna push your chat. You just rebroke the highs. NYC open. Interesting. Let's see what happens here. If you get a closure above, things will get very interesting here. Like super minor for resistance, right? But again, it's just a bond wick you need to confirm. So if you get a closure above, that will be the start. Otherwise, if this starts to shift, and this could just be the start of the 4 bottom wick. And the thing about that too, chat, is we wanted to see initially, like, we wanted to see this, right? You wanted to see a bottom wick here on the 4-hour candle before popping up. But since you're popping up first, if you were to flip bearish, right, there's no indication just yet, but if you do flip bearish now, then you can read this more so of liquidity on the 4-hour candle to come down towards the 4 support. So it might take a little longer before you get more buys above the ranges. But let's see how the 5 closes here, because these 5 closures could be very, very key. Very, very key. But yeah, this resistance here wasn't really anything crazy. It was just levels here, here, here that got respected, right? That's how we based it off of, and that's probably why you see this rejection. Let's see though. It could close doji still. Could close above still. You have 5 minutes left till a 15 closure, and you have 40 seconds left till a 5-minute closure. So let's see how the 5 closes. But I won't be looking for sell chat. Definitely not. Nine seconds, 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. This bearish count is fine if it closes. It's gonna require more waiting, obviously, right? Oh wow, well, actually closed bullish here. Okay, yeah, not bad. A bullish closure. You close bullish. You close respecting those. So obviously in this case here, I think the best thing to do is wait for the 15 closure. The 15 closure is in 40 seconds here. 40 seconds. So if you, or 4 minutes here, my bad, not 40 seconds, 4 minutes here. So if you close above on the 15, you could probably attempt some buys. I would wait for a bottom wick, or you can wait for the re-break of these highs. So if the 15 closes bullish here, let's say in 4 minutes like this, above the range, right? You can indicate and say, okay, we're closing above this range here. It looks like looking left, you have more range to drive up. You could wait for a bottom wick. So the 15 creates a bottom wick coming down towards like the bottom of the range, and then if it's bullish, amazing. Bosses on the flip would be great, but only after you get a bottom wick. It doesn't have to re-break the previous candle low. It can just come down towards, like, I'll say 35, and then the re-break of the highs, right? Or you can just wait for the re-break of this high above 2361, and then say anything above this range to the left here will be clean traffic up towards the top of the range, which is 2364. You can also have a buy stop there as well. So those are the 2 options here. I would say just a bottom wick or just a top wick, right? If price ends up closing on the 15-minute candle bearish below 2352, then there's a high chance I'll call it a day, because then that'll be the start of the 4-hour candle top wick, right? Or bottom wick being formed, or start the 4-hour candle wick fill to come down to fill the range. So therefore, to make your way back up for more buys, it's going to require some more candle closures. So let's see how this 15 closes here in about 2 minutes here before we decide on what to do. But it's very key you hold that level. 40 seconds, my bad, bro. Where should stops be? Depending on how price closes, but if you wow, that's nice. That's a nice bottom wick. If you close above on the 15 above here, then you can probably put stops below the 4 lows. I'll say the 4 lows at 23.48 won't be too bad. That's a nice bottom wick. This is the bottom wick you wanted to see initially, right? So if it's forming now, great. It just needs to close above for that final confirmation. You can probably move your resistance up towards here at 23.58. Closure above there, or to break it at highs above 23.61 would be great for more buys. No volume Q2 sucks. Huh? What? No volume indeed. Why the man needs a minimum deposit done? Really want to join? You know, it's just it's very noisy. I'll be honest. It gets very noisy below a certain amount, and we want to reduce our noise. The streams are free though. You don't gotta pay a dime to be here. It's free. All right. You can learn for free. Learn how to execute those trades. You can learn how to execute those trades that I'm executing on those on that PAM account. There's that. But yeah, man. But chat, 4 months in the making, bro. The MAM or the PAM, 4 months in the making. Just lots of shit that's happened, right? And I'll tell you guys why, and like it will make more sense in the story time why like it took forever to just kind of off form, like with the Blueberry kind of migrating the servers in January, having a delay when we were planning to start the PAM, to them setting it up, to the shit that happened to me in February. Just lots of delays that were kind of out of my control. But I wasn't gonna not do it, right? It's just took some time. Get it all done and ready. Should be pretty good fun. It should be a pretty fun era for sure. Hopefully though, what we're planning to do is if hopefully with time, more traders can start their own PAMs, like more gurus, I'll say, more people in the industry could start their own PAMs. And because there were a couple yesterday that said congrats to me for starting the PAM, like that you guys probably know or speak to or watch. So hopefully as we go on, they'll start their own PAMs, because PAMs, I'll say, like you can't really, like there's not much to say about a PAM. It's pretty transparent the way it is. You see everything being formed or happening, all the wins, all the losses, all the pullbacks, all of that. The entire performance will be in the PAM, right? So it's like a little track record that's all live for everyone to see. If anything is better than my FX book. Yo, Bruce, Forex trading, thanks for the 29, bro. W promo for the channel. Now I'm playing. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Homage? Homage? How big was this 15-minute wick failure? You just got top wick, 25 bips? Yeah, 15 close above here, right? Close respecting this zone here. So it came up first for a top wick. Let's see if it starts to flip bearish and drive down towards 23.52 here, or it continues to drive up. Didn't close above that range like you wanted to see though, for sure. But You could still get the closure on the 30-minute time from or on the 1 hour here in about 12 minutes here. If you close above in 12 minutes for chat, there's a high chance we could get positions here going up to the top of the range for sure. I think anything above here should be pretty good. Above 23.57 or 23.58. Because that'll be a 1 hour closure. That's like the first hour, right? If I'll say it'll be a problem though if you close below here. My bad, below here. You see this level to the left here, chat? You see this resistance, see how counts are coming down? Like you see how this count here closed back below here and then continue to pop down. So when I draw my resistance in this case on the 1 hour time frame, I'm basing it off of that because anything above here is gonna break a structure. Because last time when you broke structure down, you broke it here. So if you close back above here, you're breaking structure up now. So therefore this time you're gonna come up to fill the range, right? Because this is your range that you have here. You have a resistance here and then you have a support here now. Or if it closes above, it's your support. Right now it's still your resistance. If you close above, you will likely get the entire range fill going up because it's just a break of structure, right? But if it closes respecting the resistance like this, right, respecting that zone there, then the next candle at any given point with the 4 hour being bearish still could still continue to pop down like this to the bottom of the range, and it can just repeat the same pattern repeated here. So therefore you do want to see a closure above here just to indicate that it's clean structure. If it does so, then 12 minutes here, you're gone towards the top of the range, and that could be your buy. All right. As for bottom wicks, depending on where you close, you may need one. So let's say you close above like this, you may just need a small bottom wick. I'll say as long as you can tap that zone there, that should be good. And just have a buy stop on the re-break of the highs of the current candle or the previous kind of highs. Both would be fine, I think. Also runners, you can attempt runners towards all-time highs. Like it's only like 60 pips until the retest of the all-time highs. But this is your pretty logical target because anything above here, you don't know where it's headed next, right? Looking left, there's just psychological levels. Like, what are you gonna say? 3,000, 2,370? It could, right? But even if you were to attempt all-time highs, or even if I were to attempt all-time highs, I will at least close like 70%. 70% or 50% of my positions by the time you come up and tap 23.63 minimum, and then break even for sure, right? And then let it rock. You can do that, but I wouldn't like attempt it without closing partials or without closing the moving stops to break even. Wrong, man. Yo, what's the next biggest folder, chat? What do you got going on next year? Let's see. You have NFP just passed on Friday. Next major folder is gonna be crude oil inventories, right? That's what it was, right, chat? Was it that? Crude oil inventories. That's our folder now. That's our kryptonite folder. When's that happening next? Thursday, right? No, my bad. Natural gas storages. That's what it was. Yes. Next major folder for us. 10:30 p.m. on Thursday. Natural gas storages. That's our folder. After all of this, natural gas storages on Friday. On Thursday should be interesting. Hold on, what's the major folder? Let's see. CPI, what was that? Nope. When's FOMC? When's FOMC next? May 1st? Wednesday. Okay, that's not too far from now. May 1st. FOMC. Yeah, man, this 15 candle is gonna reject, isn't it? 15 candle close respecting. This candle came off first, right? So now that's flipping bearish. There's a very high chance that you already come down to fill the range. Man. Might be a day, chat. Might be a day. Might be a day. If the 4 candle flips bearish, it wouldn't be the worst idea to attempt sells below 2347, but like I said earlier, with price being the way it is, all-time highs from what I've seen the last 3 weeks, it disregards price action. So I won't be attempting any sells on the 4 flip. Definitely not at these market conditions. If it was like another cycle, if we're to shift cycles, which we'll see shortly probably, then sure, I can go back to doing so. But in this case here, it's just gonna be strictly biased for me. So I mean, small chance the 1 hour candle could still close above 2357, but we're gonna need to see a closure above 2357 for me to stay here and look for more positions up, right? Otherwise, if you flip on the 30 and flip on the 15 on your way down, then it's gonna require a lot of candles to close back above, right? You're gonna see something like this form probably, where you see price continue to push down, right up on a wicks, and then eventually it could still close up above the range for a day, but this could be a little later in the day. It could be around 12 or 1 p.m. We won't be here until then, obviously, right? But let's see, let's give it like 5 minutes here until the 4 hour closure, and then if you close above the range, amazing, you can temp buys up. All right, chat, that's probably what I'll do. And then tomorrow should be getting my account and should all be good. Hopefully fingers crossed. Ham tomorrow. And talk about what other market conditions are like and what changes in your trading style. I don't know, it's just like there's different market conditions and market cycles, right? Like right now it's at a point where it's all-time high, so it's a lot more volatile than what it should be, like I'll say on a regular basis. So therefore you have like a different set of plays set for each market condition. So like this condition we're in right now is my most unfamiliar condition, just because all-time highs doesn't happen quite often, right? But if you were to go back to like other conditions, like when you range versus when you continue to drive versus when you pull back to grab liquidity, right? You sort of just set up, like with time, with the years we have on the markets, we've been able to develop plays for different cycles. At first, we never noticed that there was different cycles. So at first it was kind of just like, okay, one playbook for the entire year, which is fine. It's definitely doable, right? Like don't overcomplicate it if you're new. Like don't try to do too much. Try to get familiar with one playbook at first, and then over time, as the year goes on, as years go by, you will realize and see there's different market cycles. So it's when you range, when you drive, which versus when you pull back to grab liquidity, right? It just happens on a much higher time frame scale. So instead of us looking for those things on like the 5 and 15 like we would to look for positions, you would zoom out to like the monthly and the weekly to see how that's all forming, right? In this case here, like we'd never been here before, so like this is all-time highs. Again, I'm very unfamiliar with it, but like when we're like back here, for instance, like back in these ranges, those are things you want to apply. And therefore, the way you trade those years could be different because you're applying a different set of plays, right? So for instance, like we have like continuation, we have liquidity, and then we have range. So when we're at a stage where, so let's say this is liquidity, let's say this is range, and then let's say this is continuation, right? So when we're in a stage where you're grabbing liquidity, you have different plays to, or in your playbook to look for those liquidity drives, look for those liquidity, those bonks, those talks, etc. Right? You have like, for instance, when you have like a higher time from liquidity play, let's say the weekly is coming down for a bottom wick or something to grab liquidity, then you can apply like fake outs on the whatever time frame, or you can apply the fact that you need to wait for a bottom wick tapping this level before looking for positions back above the ranges, right? But there's different sets of plays which I can't just describe right now because it'll go on forever. But on the stream, as you continue to watch, you'll notice that each time we're in a different part of the cycle, our trading style, I wouldn't say change, but we'll have different set of plays. So it might be unfamiliar to you if you've only been with us through the range stage, right? For those who are like, for those who came the last couple of months here, right? For the last like 7 months, you probably realized that the last 2 months has been a little different because you're at a stage where you're continuing to drive, right? Which in this case is all-time high, so it's a little different. Whereas like the last months prior to this, like the last 4 months before we got a push, we're more so in this stage and this stage. Therefore, the plays were a little different. But that's about it. It's just all about experience. Like the more you're on the charts, the more you know, and the more you know, the more plays you have developed, and the more confidence you have looking for these setups over time. So we might not perform the best the first time we're here, because this is again very unfamiliar with me. But like next year or another time we're all-time highs again, we know what to do, or we have a better way of viewing the markets, and we have a better understanding of what plays to look out for, right? So that's all that's really about, just experience. Like again, this is my, I'll say, 3rd time at all-time highs, and you know, as we go into 4th, 5th, 6th time, 7th time, whenever gold decides to print, the all-time high will get better with it each year. But just like anything else, it's just constant and consistent ways to improve it daily. Like that never ends, right? That never ends. It's just, it takes a lot of time to get there. 1 hour close, yeah, 1 hour closer. This thing, it didn't close too bad. It didn't close too bad, but depending on where you want to look at it from. If you had a bottom wicker chat, I promise you, this would have been fine. Like, we would be here. I guarantee we'll be here. Because then you'll expect, I'll call this off as a closure above the most recent range, which is above this range to the left here, right? And with it closing above here, I'll say, okay, you know what? You're likely going to push up to mirror the traffic up towards here now. This could be the range fill. But since there's no bottom wick there to grab that liquidity, we have to wait for that still, right? So therefore, I'll call it off now as my resistance here being respected. Does that make sense? Because if you had a bottom wick, then at least you can say it's a mirror of this push up. No, it came down, tapped that zone, it cleared that zone, and now you're good to go. You don't gotta worry about that forward candle flipping bearish again, right? But with the forward candle being bearish though, any given point you could reject this resistance after a top wick. This kind of opened up with no bottom wick too, but mainly it just closed respecting. So therefore, I'll call it kind of off as us closing respecting the zone here. So it's gonna be a little tough for me to get buys off the 1 hour candle off the rip, right? Which is like right now. But what you could wait for is, because that's not guaranteed, right? There's no guarantee of us not continuing to drive up. It's still overall bullish channel closure, so a small chance you could drive. But if that's the case, you need to apply a second set of confirmations. So for us, what you could do is draw a resistance up here at, I think, 5.7 here, and say, okay, if you close above here, amazing. But after closing above, what you'll want to see is you'll want to see a bearish candle form. So I think the 5 would be a better indication of that, or the 15 actually. So this is your resistance, right? What you want to wait for, what you want to apply is a set of extra confirmations. So that means a closure above, cool, that's your first confirmation, and then a bearish candle closure that respects this zone here. Because if you don't respect the zone, then obviously that's the start of the 4 candle flip. That's the start of the 1 hour flip after respecting resistance, right? But if you come down for a bottom wick and then you close respecting this how the candle looks, then amazing. All you need to do now is draw your resistance right here on price at this zone here at 23.60 and say, okay, if you close above that zone there, amazing. You're good to drive up now towards the top of the range, right? And then you can look to mirror this traffic to the left up towards here, which will be this traffic and this mirror up. Because that, at least that way, you can say, okay, the 1 hour candle is ready to drive up now, right? At the end of the day, the 1 hour is still a bullish closure. So it's just about either it rejects this resistance for the 4 candle to come down, or it continues to drive to fill the rest of the wick and continue up. But to confirm that, I would need to see that bullish closure, that bearish closure, and then a closure back above, and that will indicate that for me. And then you can attempt the rest of the range up towards the top of the range, all right? So again, it's gonna require more candles. It won't happen now. It's impossible for that to form now because you need a bullish closure and a bearish. So minimum, you're looking at 10.30 here if that were to happen, all right? So that's what I would apply. That's what I would do. Would I look for sells? No, I won't look for sells until you break below like 23.43. Definitely no sells yet, right? But I would assume you'll come down for a bottom wick before continuing to rip up, because the day is still bullish and everything's still bullish though. All right. But yeah, man, that's what I'll wait for. I'm just worried about that forward candle to flip at any given point. All right, so we're not here to like predict and guess where we're going next. We're just here to simply follow price. So if price were to print those set of plays, amazing. If great, we'll look for more buys up. If it doesn't, we'll wait for price to come down, retrace to wherever level it wants to retrace to. In this case, the 4 hour flip, and then after it does so, we'll apply the ranges back above the ranges that we need to close above, right? Because if you reject this resistance here, then you'll see this. Right? This is not what we're saying we'll print, but we'll see this. So therefore, we can just draw a line here and say, cool, resistance has been formed. Great, you have more information now. So anytime you close back above the range here, great, more buys up. That'll be lovely. All right, chat. But I think that's what I got going on for a day. So that's what I'll say is my rest of the day. So if that prints, I'll call in the channel, but it does look like it's gonna be a day. All right, man. Tomorrow though, you have more news, chat. Tomorrow's my birthday, chat. So April 10, I'll be turning 24. So tomorrow we turn up on stream, okay? Maybe we can take a shot of a shot or some shit on stream when I turn 24. After the date ends though, okay? No drinks, none of that before before trade. But maybe on my birthday we take a shot or some shit. We'll see what's up. We can turn up. Over turn up. Kobe year though. Kobe year. Business first, fun later. Yes, sir. Drunk word on stream, bro. I'm gonna be drunk off of half a shot, bro. It's over. Don Julio? Got you, bro. Don Julio or fucking Sourpuss. Now I'm playing. Or Casamigos. We can do those. Super lightweight though, so don't expect me to pour 5 shots, bro. The most I'm getting probably is 1 shot before I knock out. I'm allergic, yo. Fly out to Miami? True. Is it true? Wix quitting smoke? Bro. Snoop Dogg didn't. I don't think he would. You had red face? Yeah, you'll see it tomorrow for sure. If my face gets red, for sure. For sure, bro. Instant. Alright, yo, chat. Peace out, bro. I love you guys, man. Again, I appreciate the mods being here today, yo. Like, honestly, it hasn't been the easiest week and a half for you guys being a DVS mod, but I really appreciate you guys for, like, you know, sticking together, supporting me, supporting the channel, and you know, sticking around, just being here for DVS. You know, at the end of the day, we're just trying to develop profitable traders, and you guys are helping us do that by eliminating the noise for us. So I appreciate all of that, for real. Hopefully, you know, I can pay it back one day if I haven't done so yet, but you know, hopefully in a way. But yeah, man, cheers, chat, to the year. Cheers to being 24 or 23. Gotta move on in life, gotta push forward, and let's have a good year, yo. Year just started. It's only quarter 2. All right, chat, peace out. Love you guys, bro. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. Eastern. I'll try to be earlier tomorrow. I'll try to be here for I think when we're all-time highs, we move quite early, so I'll try to be here at 7, but I can't promise that. All right, chat. I'll see what I can do. 7:30. I'll try to be here. All right, so if you get early trade, the party starts earlier. All right, yo. Peace out, chat. I love you guys. See you guys tomorrow, man. Laters. Laters, yo. Let's see. What song can I play? DVS tunes. Let's play this song, bro. Turn up.
That shit, they got a picture of that shit.
Oh shit, I'm finally famous, and I'm rolling with the motherfucking top down. How can you blame us? I wanna break you off like right now.
I do it. Hey. Yeah. Multi-millionaire. This is like the top floor, you know. Hey.
I wanna break you off like right now.
Shine down, nigga.
My party for my Rudy's birthday, bro.
I wanna break you off like right now.
Hey, hell yeah, nigga, high right now.
Right now.
But that's the reason I said high right now.
Right now.
Had the time of your life right now. All you gotta do is close your eyes right now. This shit classic. They ask where your outfit from, please the sax fit first class. Only coaching games and practice. All your athletic shit, show me on the mattress, cause it's already nighttime. And now I feel like the right time. Twisting up my fingers like a young PAC, B.I.G. But she just called me D.A.D. I do
Oh
it.
shit, I'm finally famous, and I'm rolling with the motherfucking top down. How can you blame us? I wanna break you off like right
And I need that penthouse on top of the world, that Detroit player on top of the world, Detroit players on top of your girl. It's been a hell of a night, what a beautiful life. It's been a hell of a night, what a beautiful life. Hell yeah, nigga, gone right now. That's why we should get gone right now. I'm trying to get you home right now. I bet I could turn you on right now. Really, I can't call it. Stress turned me to a weed head and parties to an alcoholic. And money turned me to a workaholic. And money turned it to a twerkaholic. Yeah, do it, yeah, do it with no hands. Do it like you do it when you do it with your man. I could pull up in a Honda Civic, pulling bitches. It ain't about the cars, about the nigga that's up in it. Right here. And all I need is a minute. Start it up, guaranteed I'ma finish in the nighttime. Now I feel like the right time. So here go, the drink you been waiting all life for. Make sure that motherfucker ice cold. My jewelry game ice cold.
stone white albino, cause you're burning up, your outfit is dino. Let's give them a light show.
Paul McCartney or John
Don't
Lennon.
blow up.
I ain't buying Beatles, I'm buying business. They mad at you, mommy, see cause them bitches look like Bobby Bonilla. Oh shit, I'm finally famous, and I'm rolling with the motherfucking top down. How can you blame us? I wanna break you off like right
And
now.
I need that penthouse on top of the world, that Detroit player on top of the world, Detroit players on top of your girl. It's been a hell of a night, what a beautiful life.
Fancy things flashing like.
It's been a hell of a night, what a beautiful life.
Show 'em how to live this life. Show 'em how to live this life. Show 'em how to live this life. This life, beautiful life. Multi-millionaire. I wanna break you off like right now.
Love yours. Love yours. No such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived. Don't be sleeping on your level, cause it's beauty in the struggle, nigga. Beauty. Goes for all y'all. It's beauty in the struggle, nigga. Let me explain. Yeah. It's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Hear my words and listen to my signal of distress. I grew up in the city and know sometimes we had less. Compared to some of my niggas down the block, man, we were blessed. And life can't be no fairy tale, no once upon a time. But I be goddamn if a nigga don't be trying. So tell me, mama, please, why you be drinking all the time? Does all the pain he brought you still linger in your mind? Cause pain still lingers on mine. On the road to riches, listen, this is what you find. The good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Think being broke was better. A life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Think being broke was better. A life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. For what's money without happiness? Or hard times without the people you love? Though I'm not sure what's about to happen next. I ask for strength from the Lord up above, cause I've been strong so far, but I can feel my grip loosening. Quick, do something before you lose it for good. Get it back and use it for good, and touch the people how you did like before. I'm tired of living with demons cause they always inviting more. Think being broke was better. Now I don't mean that phrase with no disrespect to all my niggas out there living in debt. Cashing minimal checks, turn on the TV, see a nigga Rolex, and fantasize about a life with no stress. I mean this shit sincerely. And as a nigga who was once in your shoes, living with nothing to lose, I hope one day you hear me. Always gonna be a bigger house somewhere, but nigga feel me. Long as the people in that motherfucker love you dearly. Always gonna be a whip that's better than the one you got. Always gonna be some clothes that's fresher than the ones you rock. Always gonna be a bitch that's better out there on the tours. But you ain't never gonna be happy till you love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive.
Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass. Let a nigga know that he arrived.
Yo, chat, I got a dip here, bro. I got some shit to do. Oh, if you gonna go to, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, bro. All right, longer outro tomorrow. Peace out, chat. I love you guys. Laters.